What's up guys, welcome back to the Animarium. Today's video is going to be the first in the series called Cultivation Manhwa that will make you want to read more. As the name suggests, this video will be about manhwa which are so interesting to read that you will not be able to contain your urge to read the next chapter. For those of you who are already reading manhwas, there is a chance that you might have heard about these manhwas that are going to be in today's video. Even so, I will try my best not to give out any spoilers. One more thing, this list is not a rank based one, meaning that the first doesn't mean the best and the last doesn't mean the worst. So get ready for the intro.
3, 2, 1, go!
The first manhwa we have in this list is Martial Peak. The journey to the Martial Peak is lone, solitary, and a long one. Only those who are unyielding can break through the limits and reach the apex of this world. The main character of this manhwa is Yang Kai, who, because of a birth defect, cannot advance onto the path of the martial Tao. He works as a lowly sweeper in the High Heaven Pavilion and is often bullied by the disciples of the sect. One day, he finds a wordless black book. Later, when he opens the book, a golden skeleton appears before him. Just what is this golden skeleton? How will this encounter with the black book affect Yankai's future? What does fate have in store for him? To learn about this, start reading the Martial Peak manhwa and I guarantee it that you won't regret this decision. This manhwa is currently at 800 plus chapters and that alone is a proof of how much of an amazing read this is. The next manhwa in this list is Apotheosis. Yet another great one for the cultivation manhwa fans. This is the story of Luo Zheng, who was born as the eldest son of a wealthy family, but due to the decline of his family, he ends up as a humble slave getting stepped on by others. As if this wasn't enough for the poor guy, his sister gets kidnapped by a powerful force, but God never seals off all exits. Luo Zheng discovers that an ancient book left behind by his father has a secret divine technique which gives the reader immense power. But what is behind this power? Read the manhwa to learn about Luo Zheng's ascension as he goes up against all odds to save his sister. For those of you who don't know, the word apotheosis means the elevation to the status of a god. Who knows, at the end of his journey, Luo Zheng might end up becoming a godlike existence in his world. This manhwa is currently at 600 plus chapters and is still going on. Go ahead and give this one a go. You won't be disappointed. The third manhwa in this list is The Strongest Antimeta. This is a weird one, though it's still a cultivation manhwa. How should I say this? In this manhwa, the main character takes a different approach towards becoming stronger. This is the story of Zhu Kuei, who wakes up in an unknown place in a really awkward situation with a beautiful girl. Soon, memories of someone who looks exactly like him starts flowing into his head. Then, a weird system appears before him that only he can see. Just what is this system? Where is this place where he woke up in? Who was that girl he saw? Read the manhwa to follow Zhu Kuei as he becomes the strongest in the world through the power of bluffing. Yes, bluffing. This manhwa is as hilarious as it is interesting. If this doesn't pique your interest, there's also a talking dog wearing a superhero cape. Just read this manhwa. I assure you that it's worth it. The fourth manhwa that we have in this list is Demon Magic Emperor. Zuo Yifan, the main character of this manhwa, had the heritage of the ancient magic emperor which made him the strongest in the world, but he was betrayed and killed by his own disciple that he trusted. After being reborn, his cultivation went back to zero and he was trapped in the body of a housekeeper of the Luo family. From being the demon magic emperor to an insignificant housekeeper, the only thing he had left was the memories and the knowledge from his previous life. He, now a housekeeper, starts his journey again from being a weak trash to the strongest. This manhwa is currently at 150 plus chapters, but it's different from the rest as the MC is ruthless towards his enemies and completely obliterates them. Also, unlike the other manhwa where the MC or the main character is toyed around by women, this guy is no simp, I tell you. He does what needs to be done and makes use of anyone he can, even in front of women who can charm anyone. Zuo Yifan, now reborn as Zuo Fan, only thinks about what he wants and how he can get his hands on it. Even though this manhwa doesn't have as many chapters as the others in this list, each chapter is quite interesting. This manhwa hits you with a surprise when you least expect it. In a good way though. Moving on to the next manhwa in this list, we have Yuan Zun. Yet another interesting manhwa in the Cultivation series. Yuan Zun follows the story of Zhou Yuan, a prince who was poisoned at birth and had his dragon blessing stolen from him. But he didn't give up and kept moving forward. One day he had a fateful encounter with an old man and a beautiful girl which changed his life. He was given the opportunity to once again move on the path of cultivation, but it would take a lot more hard work and determination to make up for the time that he had already lost. Zhou Yuan did not give up and decided to face the hardships head on. What will become of the main character? Who is that old man and the girl with him? To learn more about his story, read the manhwa Yuan Zun. This manhwa is currently at 250 plus chapters. The sixth and the last manhwa for today's video is Rebirth of the Urban Immortal Cultivator. Chen Fan woke up in the middle of the day and realized that he had returned to the time when he was just a youngster. In his previous life, he was the immortal of Beijuan, who had won countless battles and decimated his enemies. During a divine retribution, his Dao heart could not withstand it, as he has cultivated too fast, and he fell. He was reborn into his younger self with all his past knowledge and memories, more like future knowledge and memories. Previously, he had a lot of regrets when he was an immortal, but now he has the chance to undo the mistakes of the past. Chen Fan will protect his loved ones and destroy anyone who has ill intent towards him or his family. This manhwa is currently at 500 plus chapters. Those of you who prefer a main character that doesn't leave any loose ends, that annihilates entire bloodline of those that try to harm him or his family, you will love this manhwa. Watch Chen Fan go on a killing spree and devastate his enemies. One more thing, this guy can even get nuked and come out unscathed. Now that speaks for itself. That's it for today's video. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel, as there will be more videos in this series of cultivation manhwa that will make you want to read more. Thanks and have a nice day.